No.
You know, really, I don't ever get any help from my sponsor anyway. I don't even know my outline. I don't even know who my superstar director is. Hi. Well, it's nice to finally meet you. Years later. And I see all those pictures on Facebook, all those events, but people that have all that stock. I don't even think I've ever stored in my house. I know what you mean. I don't have to take out a loan to do any of those events. And plus, all of the event calls take all of the events anyway. And anyway, Walmart sells farmers. Not just farmers, they have blacks too, and
It's nasty.
Yeah, nasty.
did you see that girl on Facebook the other day? Oh my gosh, she does specials every single day. Yes, that makes me so mad. You know what? I'm going to stay on Facebook all day today, and I'm going to find 5 people I can turn to compliance. Obviously, these conversations are something that we have never, ever had. It's true. We've never had these conversations. We've heard them, and we know that they're out there. And if you want to extinguish your fire, engage in these kind of conversations. Because nothing will take out your life quicker than engaging in these kind of conversations. Now, we know that we don't deal with real fire here in the Mississippi world. So what we're talking about is an inner fire. So we need to get a little bit of Mississippi fire in this room. So, Sensei! Spirit! Sensei! Spirit! Sensei! Spirit! Woo! When you first joined, we were so excited to do this business. That is what you felt inside. So if you're still quite like that, then I'm glad you're here today because we have so many ideas to help you relight your fire and ignite your business. Without these things, with those things in your business, you're going to have a hard time growing your business. So often we let that fire go out, and when the fire goes out, we stop sharing, then we stop connecting. When we stop connecting, our business things go like this. And when they go like this, that's when we say, you know, this isn't what it is. So you aren't what you used to be. So our goal today is to give you as many ideas as we can to empower you to go out the stores and relight your fire. And you know, I know we did get introduced, but I have to say, my team star director, but she's also my best friend. And this is Earl, superstar director, and we've been best friends for 7 years. When I joined in 2008, Monica was my very first recruit and my very first director. And I joined 1 month after Heather in September of 2008. And what we want to do today is start getting you prepared. And to get prepared, you want to make samples. And these samples are so easy to make, and you just need to spread them everywhere you go and share samples. So if you don't have those in purse right now, or in your bag, or somewhere, make it a goal today to go home and do that first. They are received, and you got to get out there and plan to share them. So who here has ever had a life hack